Hey guys, welcome to second part of the video. If you haven't seen the first part, I have attached the link down below, so go check it out because I have taught how to create the layout for a web app. Okay, let's now get started. Okay, in here I have completed the entire UI design for it, so let me just show a quick output for it. So here I have created this analytics part and we have created this add new link with the fade animation, and while creating a list it is going to creating an animation here. So this is kind of a deleting animation. So we have created all these animations for the app, so I will teach you how to do it. So let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is building this my link text. Okay, we have created this row. Let me just quickly create the text. Okay, now I have created it, so let's refresh it. Okay, we can see the output later part. So I will add the spacer to occupy the entire section. After that we have this link, so we need to have a button here, so we just add a spacer here. So I will just create the button. So for the button I will go with equal child container. To make really the equal works, we have to wrap it with material, where we need to add this transparent. Yep. Child this child, I will add the text. Let me just quickly style this container. Okay, I have done it, so let's see the output. Okay, as we can see the output here. I just need to add the color here, so I will just go and add the color. So this button color is coming from this constant file which we already pre-filled in the previous part of the video. Okay, now we got this link, but in the output we just need to, if we click on it, it should show and border the completely new animation. So for that loading animation I'm going to go with this package named Flutter Spin Kit. So these are all the required packages that we are needed, but here I have chosen this Flutter Spin Kit for the animated loading icons. So here we go to this container. So I'm just going to create a new container state like this. So I will just copy the same code here, same code, and I will just paste it here, and I will add a border. I will remove this color, and inside the child at the center I will going to add spin kit folding cube. So this is my favorite, so I'm going to give the color button color, and then I'm going to give a size of 24. Okay, I can see that it is well animated. We just have to make this rounded border. Okay, now just we just need to make, when we click on this button it should show, and then after several period it should be reappear to this button. So we can make that using this equal. So I'm going to go with on tap. First things, we have to merge these two containers. So what we can do is I'm going to introduce a variable here, just a local variable here, like bool is loading. So this bool is loading can be used in here. So we'll just create a ternary operator here, bool is loading. So if it is true, then it should show this container, right? It should show this container. And if it is false, it should not show this container, it should show this. So what I will do is I will create a set state here, this button loading. If it is true, I will make it not true, which means false. And then after I will add some delay here, add some duration, add a function, yep. This should work fine. So if I'm doing that, we can see if we click on it, it will show the icon and then it will revert back, but it is not animated like in here. It is just smoothly animated here. Yes. So what we need to do is we just need to add a widget and name it as animated switcher. So the animated switcher, we can mention the duration. And then switch in curve. Okay, now we can see beautiful animation here. Yes. So before creating this output, we just need to create a model of this exact container. So I will be explaining how this model should be built. Let's see what are the things that we need. So the first thing we need is a title and a URL, and after that we are going to have a color. Okay, so these are the three things that we are needed. So we just need to create a model for it. So inside this model, I will go and create a link. So this is going to be a class, then link, right? So to indicate the position, I will just create a position for at the initial, and that's it. So after that, I will be like quickly creating everything. Okay, now the model is done. So here comes the idea. So where does all the data for this model is going to be coming? So that's where the service is going to play major role. So here we have created this service layer. So I will going to go with link service. So this is the file that is completely out of the UI, and it take part in interacting with the database or any kind of form of data interaction, data manipulation and everything. So I will be going to explain everything. So let's see in here. So I will go with the class, link service, because it is a service. So and then here I'm going to create a list of links, just in case we have been considering it like we have already gotten the list from the database, something like that. But yeah, you should be getting it from the database actually. So I have imported it. So let's create a link here. So I'll just say position should be title and the color should be color start whatever pink, I guess. The URL will be like this. Okay, I think it sounds perfect. So let's see. So what are all the things that we need? So we just need to create a list here, right? We just created a list. So what are all the things we need? we are going to be needing is an add list item, right? We are going to have an item to be added. I'm just going to have this link, just going to have this, and then I'm going to have a delete item, because we obviously see the delete list item, right? So in here I'm going to get int index, because that's where the list we can delete, right? So we just made these functions, we have not manipulated anything, but yeah, soon we will. So this is how this service and the model should be building on. So I guess this is the end of the video, because we are going to have a much more important things that we have to understand, which we can start in the next video. So stay tuned.